I was very excited to come back. Honestly, Circa had a watch party for Twin Peaks and Wild Robot. That's what it was called, right? And I did that on Saturday. Like, I got home from the conference and I was just like so exhausted. I kind of ducked out on the conference a little early. But Circa was having this like watch party, and that actually, Circa, that like made me feel so good to be there, because it was just like I got to chill, speak in English with friends. It felt very nice. Yeah, you don't have my height advantage. That's true, Circa. That is one thing. When the guy got up to like hand me the book, I got up to like meet him halfway. To like, because I was like, oh my god, thank you, and of course I was gonna like bow to him because I had to, and like I like walked up to him and he was like handing me the book, and then he just looked up to me and he was like, oh god, you are tall, because I had mentioned like I play basketball occasionally and things like that, and he was like, oh god, you are tall. And I was like, yeah. Oh man. Ooslims! Oh my god, hi, good to see you. I'm sorry guys, I keep chatting a lot, but I knew I was going to be chatty this stream because I just feel like I haven't seen anyone for a while, and I've had so much happen lately. Whenever you go to a bar, you like to buy veterans. Currently serving Marines a few pitchers. That's nice, Randy. I do. I used to do that for industry folks. Like if I knew there was fellow like service, waiters and waitresses and bartenders who were like either just got off their shift or something, I used to, it's not the same at all, but I used to like buy people around, or I'd buy around for the cooks in the back sometimes too, around for the kitchen. But yeah. Oh, you ate with 5 people you met on Twitch. Asked the waitress where the restroom was. She showed you. Oh, I see. You paid the whole bill. Oh, so she like brought the bill. So you paid the bill. You came back. The waitress brought the receipt to the table. So she brought the receipt that was that's wrong. Yeah, no. She didn't play that right. Oh, Legends, you were trying to be smooth about it. I've done that too, where I just like pay the whole bill. But usually it's because I just am like I can't be fucked to see people try to divide up a bill at the table, so I'll be like, yeah, just pay me back later. Or if I'm like treating somebody, I've done that too as a surprise, but that is true. Yeah, everyone anyone who hasn't seen the Wild Robot movie, it is very cute. It is a good watch. So is Twin Peaks, but I've already like hyped up Twin Peaks. I did find it was very, very cute. Some people were moved to tears by it. I think Crooked, Circa, and Shar were like all crying. And I was like, that was a good movie. Like I was just like, there was like emotion to it. Movies don't usually make me cry unless there's like an animal that gets killed. Then all bets are off. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. But especially if you're like a parent, if you're a parent, that one will get to you, I think. Your mom is the best at this, and no one knows. Oh, I see. So you can brag about her because she'll never see this. I'm gonna tell your mom one day. She goes to the local school and just donates so that random parents will go to pay bills for their kids and it'll be paid. Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome. Aw, Wendy, that's so cute. Wendy, I thought of you. I was like, I think Wendy would like this movie. You stopped in the theater. Oh man. Good night, Sammy. I will pat the mailbox on the head for you. I will not kick it. You made it to Randy came in at the end. Yeah. That's okay, Randy. I missed most of the Twin Peaks episode. I was pretty sad about that. I don't know if I'll be able to catch. It depends on what time. No, a little pat, Sammy, not a kick. A little pat. It depends on what time you're doing it this Japan time. that Circa's doing it this weekend because I'm supposed to go on Saturday. I'm supposed to go out. I'm meeting a friend who I haven't seen in a bit. Oh, like noon for me? Yeah, but Circa, you always... It was definitely not noon last week when you started. It was like 6 p.m. when we were watching the movie. Like, you always think it's morning for me. Circa, what time do you think it is right now for me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. I always think it's really late in the evening for Circa. To be honest, I always think it's like 2 a.m. for you. You bought some collectible card game boosters and pulled a $200 card over the weekend? Holy smokes, Legends. Congrats. It took Mac forever. Yeah, Mac. Is Mac already figured it out? Hey, Tech66. I'm doing all right. How about you? If it's noon at 12, it's also noon at 12. Look, I can't talk, okay, Uslums? How you been, Uslums? It's been a hot minute, I feel like. I like this girl's suit. It looks like a suit I tried to buy one time to be, Alistair. 855 for you, Legends? See, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Oh my god, the daylight savings definitely is like fucking everything up. I was gonna say, yeah, or like Charlie, right? Yeah, I need to get a suit like that, I think. I won't be Charlie, but to be Alistair. This one's a little bit more like Charlie, I think, yeah. Time is meaningless, Circa, don't worry about it. We were about to talk to her. So she's like not supposed to be in this room, and we just came in and she was here. I got some black monk straps. Hell yeah. What do those do for me? +1 to indirect modes of taxation? I'm sorry, what? Indirect modes of taxation. What? Affluent moneymaker, man. I have no idea what that means. Oh yeah, witches can help, but I can't even... So I had to give a presentation at this conference, which was one of the other reasons this was like a huge like challenge, but like good moment for me. So I had to give my first ever like huge conference presentation. This was I think like the biggest ophthalmology conference in Japan, which luckily no one told that to me until after I had been accepted to present. So this was like a huge conference for Japan. And so that made it even more like meaningful to me that I got accepted to like present. I thought I would just be in this like small side room because I've like worked these conferences and stuff back in the US, and it's like you have all these different like rooms, and you put like the kind of like B-listers in these like tiny rooms because they're not going to attract a big audience, and it's just sort of like whatever, it's there for people if they want to listen. No, I was in a fucking huge like hall. Like I was in an auditorium, and it was me and like 4 other speakers. We were part of this like unit about like what we were our topic or whatever. So it was like super crazy. I was not prepared for that. But so like this is my first time presenting in general at this sort of a thing. On top of that, it's in Japan, and this is a Japanese conference. I was presenting in English, but they had one day of like some lectures in English. But for the most part, everything was... I see you to me, by the way. Hey, Saints! I see you too. For the most part, everything was Japanese, and like complicated Japanese, medical Japanese. So I was very stressed. I cannot tell you how many times. So like I was told where I needed to be like when I presented or whatever, and like what time. I got like a little ticket. I had to like turn in my presentation off my flash drive in this like PC room. So that they would just like bring it up automatically. when it was my turn to present, so there wasn't going to be this awkward like plug in my USB and like pull it up and whatever. It was just like this automatic process, very very smooth. But so like when I went to go like give them my PowerPoint, they printed me off a little ticket that was like, okay, like this is the room you're in and like it starts at this time. But other than that, like I got no other information. So like I wasn't told like what order I was in this like session. I wasn't told like like no one came up to me like before this. I was like sitting there and I was like, is somebody gonna like come up and tell me like when I'm presenting, or am I just supposed to like run up when I hear the moderator call my name? Like I have no fucking clue what's going on. But it was at basically 3:40 so in the afternoon. And so it's like printed out in military time, which I'm used to. I read military time all the time. So it was like 15:40 and I was like, okay, 15:40. I cannot tell you how many times I like checked and rechecked the ticket being like, it really is 3:40, correct? Like I'm at 3:40. Like I just like time was meaningless to me. I like lost all concept. Like all my chill was gone. I was like just so like panicked of being like, am I gonna be in the right spot? Am I in the right room? Like yeah, it was nuts, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad you're doing well, Uslims. That's okay. We can all take breaks from some Twitch now and then. Sometimes we need to take more breaks rather than always. No worries, Wendy. Please have some rest. Please feel better soon, Wendy. Pleasure as always. Please feel better. I'll be here if but yeah, rest well. Oh, it was super intimidating. Sane, also, you looked amazing today, little kitty cat. I saw you. That was today, right? Speaking of time is meaningless, I think that was this morning when I watched that. I was lurking as always, but Sane had like a little kitty cat. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, time. It's just time. It's not military time. It's just time, right? Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to grab some more water. I've already drank through it all. Are we calling people little kitty cat? No, only Sane. We're calling Sane. You still have to do it. You have to do kitty cat some more. How many kitty cat streams do we have, Sane? Because honestly, everyone needs to go check it out. It was adorable. I loved it. Oh, I see. It's a channel point thing. Nice. The teal sweater makes you think of Perry the Platypus. Look, it says remind. It was a thrift store find. Oh boy. Will we accomplish more than me just finding a pair of shoes? Hard to say. Ooh, okay. I might have enough. I might have enough channel points for this. I'm gonna have to check into this next time. I didn't realize it was a channel point thing. Hell yeah. Gotta spend them. I did not realize that was what it was. I thought it was just like you having fun. I mean, having fun, hopefully, but I didn't realize you were being forced into ooh kitty cat. So these Per and Ingersoll shoes have no lacing, but a strap and a buckle. Due to their elegant and affluent design, they have been described as the most advanced dress shoe. So advanced, in fact, that walking through slush and mud does not leave a single trace on them. Well, those sound just stylish and great, so I'm gonna wear those. I don't know what it means about indirect modes of taxation, but fuck it. Sounds good to me. And we will quick save. What's up?
The luxury of fine things.
Oh.
Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling,
Oh yeah, I
used
need to get a
say
lot
that
more
you
money too.
Didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet.
You're right. Beautiful things do make people happy. Oops, it's a fashion faux pas. Discard the thought in the shoes. No, I like my affluent shoes, I think.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world.
Okay.
Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal.
Okay.
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Oh man, are these capitalist shoes? Whatever. You read Sane UK's username in John Groff's singing voice as King George. Oh. I won't try to sing it. When did it become red? I think like end of September, if I remember right. It's been a little bit, and I'll tell you this. I'm gonna change it again. But not for a bit, like until, because I just dyed it again, so I have to like let my hair recover. I think at the end of the December, I'm gonna change it, and I'm gonna probably try to get like a much more toned down color. This red is like too Momoji. Yeah, it's Momiji. It's too pinkish. It's too pinkish red. I was hoping, I dyed it again, and I thought it would be like, it would like kind of like become more of a redder shade and kind of like darken a bit, and it's just pinky red. So I'm gonna try to get it to be a more like natural looking red. It looks a little better on camera than it does in real life, I will say that, because in real life it's like very pink, and in Japan especially it's very pink. And it is one of the things I noticed like at this conference is I already stand out, and having like pink hair isn't like the most professional, and I knew that going into this, which is why I tried to like tone it down with red, but it didn't work, so I'm gonna have to go back to a salon and try for the best. But yeah, thrift stores are great. Yeah, at least like during the move, if you lose it, it's not a huge loss, but it's a sentimental thing. Purple? No. Yeah, ginger, maybe. I'm thinking more of like an orangey red if I do, but I don't know. It's gonna be probably a little bit more of like a boring shade. As much as I like being like a little bit more of a fun color, I'm getting many more professional opportunities now, and in Japan, having kind of crazy hair is not well received. We'll say that. It's just like a little bit of a hurdle for my type of career. Other careers probably fine, not a big deal, but for like my career, it's definitely not looked upon favorably in like the medical world, because even in the US, if you were like practicing, it was kind of like if you had like bright pink hair or something. I didn't have bright pink hair when I was practicing in the US, because it's you have to have your patients take you seriously, and some of your patients will probably love it, like the younger crowd definitely love it, but like my specialty was geriatrics, so like older people genuinely didn't like tend to enjoy having a doctor that had like really bright crazy colored hair. I got away with like the hair I had because it was sort of natural-ish looking. It really wasn't, but people always asked me if it was natural, so I mean it was a red to blonde ombre, so no, that you can't have that naturally, but whatever. Slowly grinding me down, yeah, a little bit. No, I kind of knew that coming into it, that I would have to pick kind of like a more neutral hue. So I'm going to try to like tone it back to be a little bit more like my natural color, which is like an auburn color, but we'll see. we'll see. I can just tell from a lot of my like senseis and stuff, like no one said anything outright to me, but I've gotten the like vibe of like, oh, so that's your hair color, huh? Like, and I had a couple situations where it was just outright. Somebody was like, well, that's not great. Outfit check, you got it, Millie. I'm very casual today. I guess it kind of, well, yeah, it doesn't look quite as pink. It's very pink, though. It's like a very pink. It also cracked me up because for this conference, I was wearing a thrift store blazer and a thrift store sweater vest. But the blazer, I think I talked about it on stream, and I showed it on stream. It's this, like, red velvet, maroon, like, beautiful blazer that I got at a thrift store for like $15, and I looked it up later and it's actually like a $700 blazer. So it's like an insanely expensive blazer. So I thought it would be appropriate to wear for this. Hey, thank you, Enki Shadow. I'm glad you exist too. Continue existing, please. Don't fade into oblivion. But thank you. But yeah, I was wearing this red velvet blazer, which was like a kind of like toned down red. It's not a crazy red or anything. To present, and like black pants. Everyone else was in black. Like everyone else was in black. So I was like, between the hair and this red velvet blazer, I was like a drop of blood in the night. Like it was just like, I could tell I was just standing out so much at this conference. You're merely a wisp of quantum potential. I love that. Aren't we all in some way, shape, or form just a wisp of quantum potential? All right, here's your outfit check, Millie. Very casual. Very casual, and Mac would be upset because these pants are huge. But he's not here, so we don't have to tell him about that. Look, so I don't actually usually wear these pants because they are just like ridiculous. These are like definitely mom pants. This is a very like 90s, 80s outfit, I feel like. So I have to leave tomorrow. I think I mentioned that, for rural Japan, and I packed up my suitcase earlier today. Thanks for following, Keith. But I packed up my suitcase earlier today, and I put the pants I was wearing in the suitcase to wear tomorrow, and I just like grabbed these out of my closet, and I was like, good enough. Just put them on. But they were just a different pair of jeans. It wasn't, but these ones are like quite big and bulky jeans. Your quantum wisps are observed and they turn into quantum farts? Circa. That's our circa. But yeah, so also here's a question for chat. I promise I'm gonna do more than just get shoes in the game. I have to go to this like random trip to rural Japan. Oh, thank you, Zulun, for the raid. I appreciate that. I was about to ask chat a question, but I'll wait for a second. Hello, how are you doing? I'm Rosaka. Good to see you. What were you playing? What were you doing? What were you making? What were you chatting about? No, you didn't interrupt. It was a really like dumb question, and I'll still ask it in a second, so don't worry about it. Science isn't about why, it's about why not. Hell yeah. Mortal Shell. I don't know what Mortal Shell is. But hello, I'm Rosaka. I'm a variety streamer, originally from the US, but I live in Tokyo now. So I've been chatting a bit. I'm just one constant stream of thought, is true. I'm a bit of a chatty streamer. I usually play crafting survival games. Oh, it's a Souls-like game? Hell yeah. I need to get back into Elden Ring. Speaking of, I'm still not beating it, but someday, maybe, possibly, probably not. Got pretty close. I was told I was pretty close. That's awesome. That's amazing. How are you doing in it? You got rated here before from a mutual person? Oh. Do you know which mutual person you think it is? I'm just curious. Alexander is waiting for me. I'm so sorry, Alexander. I love Alexander, and yet I've left him waiting for so long. I'll improve your life by about 4.5% on average. I don't think that's true at all. I don't know where you're getting that data from, Circa. Demit's paid to be here. I don't know about the rest of you, but Demit's paid to be here. That's a souls for you though, Zulon. Also, let me know if I'm saying your name correctly, incorrectly. If you have a different name you'd like to be called. Yeah, that's how but those sorts of games, the souls games, are definitely, like, in my experience, my limited experience, they're so brutal, but they really make you earn the wins, and then you feel great after you beat a boss or something. Like, you like rage throughout it, and you're just like, I fucking hate this. It's so, like, and then you beat it and you're like, hell yeah. Like, it's just like this genuine, like, satisfaction. So, and then it just, like, makes you keep going. It's like that endorphin high then rides you over until the next boss, where you then plummet into the depths, but you can't give up because then you have the sunk cost fallacy. Can't wait to spend all these real on a lavish lifestyle that I honestly deserve. Are you becoming the capitalist cop, Demit? Speaking of inner masochist, so we are playing a game called Disco Elysium, which I've been playing for like 2 months now, I feel like, and I'm gonna be playing it for another 2 more months by this rate. It is in some ways a murder mystery. In many ways it's like a novel. You're familiar with this game, yes. We're not very far into it. I just found a nice new pair of shoes. Disco Elysium is my Dark Souls, to be fair. It's so true. Someone got murdered, but we're really not that concerned about it at this point, it seems like. We're exploring a lot of other things, like political histories and, market schemes, market theories. This was the question I was going to ask. So I have to go on a 3-day trip to rural Japan, and it's like part of this, like, not stupid. It's part of this, like, organized trip, basically, with the university I'm with. And it's going to be terrible. But I was trying to debate, and we're taking the Shinkansen, we're staying at a hotel. Shinkansen, chartered bus, hotel. I think I'm going to take, and it's up north, so it's going to be cold. I'm taking, like, a little, like, carry-on roller bag. Like, the smallest size, like, the overhead allowed on airplane size. And I was trying to, like, decide, is that, like, too much? But I also feel like I can't fit all my clothes and things and, like, warm clothes into just a backpack. I feel like that would be, like, insane. But I'm having this panic thought of, like, I don't want to be the person that's, like, hauling, like, not a huge suitcase, just a carry-on suitcase, if everyone else is just gonna have, like, a light backpack or something. But I'm not a person, I don't like re-wearing clothes, or, like, anticipating re-wearing clothes, because that's when I inevitably spill, like, a coffee all over me, and then I have to wear a coffee stained sweater the rest of the week, Not too much? Okay. So Hippofan, I don't know anyone else who's going. That's the problem. This is another Revachol travels by herself trip that I'm not looking forward to. Let's see. A murder mystery game where you play as the murderer and you have to avoid the detectives and leave fake clues. That would be awesome. I feel like there is maybe a game like that. We actually have an ad break coming up, which actually I do need to refill my water. So we're going to do that. And then I promise I'll be back on task with the game. I'll try. I promise to try to be back on task with the game. I started early today to try to help with that. It is too early for Rise. Yeah. I don't know if anyone answered my question of the day last time. That's why I left it. But if somebody answered that last time, I'm so sorry. But anyway, so we're gonna have a question. We're gonna have a quick be right back. I'll have words on stream going, so feel free to